att det finns det.
Snömer de där skott.
Jag har got människor som har den over the fact, so that's why I didn't do them, that's why. I did them because I had to do my house, so I went for any place with them. The one I did was this is type of place.
Okay, good afternoon ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Supreme Travels, meet Captain Joey and my friend here would like to welcome you for this harbour cruise. It will take us back to 1530, the arrival of the night. Okay, they settled in the Grand Harbour, they built fortifications, and in 1565, together with the Maltese, they defended Malta from the Ottomans. This was a 4-month-long battle known as the Great Siege of Mech. And in 1814, it became a British colony. And this was to last until 1979. Okay, this was very short, but I will tell you more about this during the trip. Besides, we will also visit other interesting spots, not only history, such as marinas, shipyards, super yachts, whatever. Okay? Kindly note that the bar is open. Come and have a blanket. Thank you and enjoy your trip. And it was renamed after Antonio Manuel de Vilhena, a Portuguese Grand Master, who ordered the building of this fort in 1723. The fort was named after him, Fort Manuel, and in time, the whole island became known as Manuel Island. The fort has a magnificent parade ground island, and its fort were used as a naval base by the Royal Navy, at which time it was referred to as HMS Talbot, and later HMS Phoenicia. The chapel of St. Anthony was virtually destroyed following a direct hit in March 1942. We are now entering creek number 2, known as Lazzaretto. The building with the arches on the right is what used to be a quarantine hospital known as Lazzaretto. Due to the great fear of disease, the Knights built this hospital in 1643. And for centuries, the authorities enforced strict quarantine rules to all incoming visitors. All galleys and ships coming from suspected or contaminated ports were obliged to anchor in this creek, while the crew and passengers was transferred to the quarantine hospital for a couple of days. When everybody was still alive and healthy, after some time, then permission to go ashore was granted. Trying to avoid the quarantine, measure was rewarded with the death penalty. Of course, no one in those days had a clue that the ship's rats were the transporters of the disease, and no one could prevent rats from swimming to shore. Even during the time of the British presence in Malta, the Lazzaretto was used for quarantine purposes. The town of Tashbish here derives its name either from the name Beshbish, meaning sunrise, due to its geographical position, or else from the word Shbik, meaning net, since the small town started off as a fishing village. It became a parish in 1969. The parish church dedicated to St. John of the Cross is run by the discussed Theresian Carmelite monks. Today it is home of a number of foreign embassies, including the embassies of Egypt, Italy, France, Austria, the British High Commission and others. The Knights, or as also known as the Order of St. the island with all their possessions. Here the Knights were left without territory. After 8 years, Emperor Charles V was once owned by the actor Errol Flynn, and it played a prominent role in Immunity on the Bounty, after appearing in the film Popeye the Sailor Man, and the main actor was Robin Williams. Afterwards, Black Pearl was unseaworthy, so it was brought here and was converted into a bar and restaurant. We are now entering Nsida Creek. Nsida is coming from the word Misaida, which means fishing. On our right we can once again see the town of Tashbish, and this is one of Malta's prime sites for real estate. We can also see some impressive buildings of Victorian architecture. The shores on our right once served as the Coastal Forces base from 1943 to 1946 and was known as HMS Regale. From here, motor torpedo boats, gunboats and other motor launches carried out their important role in the successful invasion of Sicily. Here we have Nsida Marina. On the right is one of the two ferry terminals to the island of Gozo. Another one is in the north of Malta, at Cercaua. Located here, at Hayworth, is the berthing base of the Maritime Squadron, operated by the Armed Forces of Malta. This unit offers assistance at sea for boats in difficulties and patrol the territorial waters of Malta. Their main duties are to detect and prevent illegal fishing, pollution, smuggling, irregular immigration, human trafficking, etc. Opened a passageway running from this harbour to the other harbour. As you can see, this project had never been accomplished. This is Valletta, the capital city of Malta. It was named after the French Grand Master Jean Parisot de la Vallette, who led the Maltese and the Knights to the victory against the Turks. It was the 18th of May 1565 that marked the beginning of the 4-month-long battle known as the Great Siege. The Ottoman fighters are said to have numbered about 40,000, including their elite units, professional soldiers and mercenaries, while the Knights and Maltese, numbering around 9,000, put up an incredibly defiant fight under extremely difficult conditions. But on the 8th of September the same year, they won. Sharing Valletta skyline is the dome of the Carmelite Church and the steeple of St. Paul's Anglican Cathedral, which was built at the request of the Dowager Queen Adelaide of England during her stay in Malta between 1838 and 1839. In 1980, Valletta was declared by the UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Okay, I hope you visit our capital city during your holiday. There is a lot to see, okay, especially for those who like to do shopping. I can tell you, we'll spend the whole day. What was their home until the arrival of the French. Besides many places to visit are the Grand Master's Palace, Auberge de Castel, Lascaris, the War Museum and the Malta Experience. In 2018, Valletta is going to be the European Capital of Culture. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we are leaving Marsamxetto Harbour, crossing to the Grand Harbour. Of many of them are casualties, and all the remaining knights and soldiers of the Order of St. John were put to the sword. When Italy declared war against the Allies on 10 June 1940, it was the following morning at 6:30, and our island suffered bitter sterility, and the first victims died in this fort. Today, it houses the National War Museum. Its collection on display main focuses on World War I and World War II. It includes one of the three Gloucester gladiators which defended our islands in World War II. These were nicknamed Faith, Hope,